What's up guys, Zelda Inferno here, and this is my final video of 2018. Now, last year, on New Year's Eve, I uploaded a video called Dawn of the Final Day, and honestly, I don't really remember the full reason as to why I decided to film that video. I guess it might have had something to do with the fact that I just wanted to get so I had like one final video for 2017, as well as I also kind of wanted to try out some different camera shots, but I really don't understand like the full reason as to why I wanted to make that video. Also, looking back at the video, it was a little bit cringy. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a bit cringy. Like, I remember watching it not too long ago, and at the end of the video, I say, "Dawn of the final day, 12 hours remain," when it's actually supposed to be "Dawn of the final day, 24 hours remain," which I don't know why. Like, maybe it was because I was in a hurry to get that video uploaded, but I made a mistake, and luckily I don't think anybody called me out on that. But that I still, like, I remember wanting to take down that video so I could re-edit it and upload it again, but honestly I didn't have time to do that at all. Like, with it being New Year's Eve, it was a very busy day for me, so I was not able to take it down, re-edit it, and re-upload it, so I just left it as it is. But this year I wanted to do something a bit different, not any sort of skit, or if you could even call that a skit, honestly. But I just wanted to do like a sit down and talk video with you guys, sort of reflecting on what 2018 has been like in terms of not only the channel, but also just my life in general, and uh, and just the things that I've been able to get done this year. Um, so really, let's time travel a bit. Let's go back to January 2018. That was a pretty big month, I would say, mostly because you know, back in January I actually released an update video talking about my plans for the channel and how I want to grow the channel. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the video, but I do remember having it be my New Year's resolution to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2018, and we were able to successfully do that. So I'm very happy about that. Now I also remember during that same month I also reached 100 subscribers on this channel, and just like, I remember just watching that video back and seeing just the amount of joy that I was filled with, because although it was only 100 subscribers, it was still a pretty big deal for me at the time. Uh, Considering I never thought I'd even get to 50 subscribers, let alone here we are now over 1,000 subscribers. Um, it just feels pretty surreal to me. Now, moving on, let's talk about a few things that happened after that. March, for example. March was also a pretty big month in terms of the channel, because I remember, and this actually kind of leads into a bit of a story, and I remember back in March, I was at school, and I was in class, and this was around the time where some companies were actually revealing some of what they had planned for E3 2018. And although most companies reveal all their information about around like late April, early May, some companies started doing it around March. And also a lot of people started uploading videos to YouTube and posting on Twitter about what they want to see from E3 2018. And I just was talking to my friend behind me, my friend Cody, who sat right behind me, and I'm just talking to him, and I just had this idea, like, what if somehow I was able to raise up enough money to be able to go to E3 2018? And I remember we had a bit of a conversation about this, and I don't think he thought it was going to be possible, especially with E3 being only like 3 months away at that point. but I still went for it, and I talked about what if I did like a 12-hour stream trying to raise money, and you know, I did it. I did a 12-hour stream, and it flopped. I didn't raise a lot of money, but honestly, it's not even about that. I still had a lot of fun. Sure, I was pretty much dead by the end of it, but I still had a fun time doing it. And I remember, like, I don't even remember how much I raised during that stream, but not too long after that stream, I did another stream. I was playing Breath of the Wild Master Mode, and there was someone who hasn't been around on the channel for quite some time, but longtime fans would know her as Paula. She actually donated, I don't remember the exact amount, but she donated quite a lot to the stream, and I remember being so, like, my jaw was literally dropped when I found that donation. Like, I was just playing the game, she donated, and I just stopped playing the game. I'm like, wait, what? What is going on? But yeah, and I remember after I was done streaming, I went on Discord, and I actually had a message from her, and she was asking me if I had gotten her most recent donation, and it just went through my mind, like, I mean, yeah, I saw it on stream, but after I had that thought, I'm just like, what's going on? So I quickly went onto my email, and I got an email from PayPal saying that Paula had donated over $300. And honestly, I started crying. I'm not even joking here, guys. I started crying, and it just, it was a very surreal feeling to me. I know, I feel like I'm going to say that a lot in this video, but it felt very surreal. Especially someone like me. I was still in high school at the time, and I just didn't expect this kind of thing to happen, especially when I don't even remember how many subscribers I had at the time. Probably somewhere between like maybe 200 to 300 at that time, but yeah, so after that I started telling my friend Carlo, like, holy crap, we are able to go to E3 now, and it just, we were able to do that, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but let's fast forward to, I believe it was around, I don't remember when that Breath of the Wild stream happened. I think that was like maybe April, maybe like early to mid-April, but I believe it was April 28th, I officially announced in a video that I was going to E3 2018, and yeah, so, yeah, it just, that feeling was just amazing, and I want to thank you all, everybody who helped contribute to that. Thank you all so much. It means the world to me. Now let's move on to yet another big month. Not really for the channel, but for my personal life, as on May 16th, 2018, I completed my final class in high school. And had received my 23rd and final credit, meaning that I was going to be able to graduate high school. And I remember that day like it was yesterday. Like, I remember it was around 10 a.m. when I finished my class. And keep in mind, this was math. Like, I freaking hate math. I suck at math so much. And so I was honestly surprised. Like, I literally, because it was an online school, but it was like you actually went to school. It wasn't like homeschool, like online, but you would actually go to school, and most of the work that you'd be doing was on computers through various different programs. There was a main program that you do, but then for math, they actually had it for like your final math class. They actually had you do a separate program. And I remember I hated that program so much. In fact, my teacher, she's just like, you know what? She saved my life. Without her, I would not have even graduated. For all I know, I could still be in high school right now. But she knew I was struggling with that math program, and she actually gave me 2 alternative math classes to take on the main program called GradPoint. And I remember, like, I went home. I stayed up like literally almost all night finishing trying to finish both math classes. And even during the weekend, I believe I was trying to get it all done. But yeah, on May 16th around 10 a.m. I would say it was right before lunch, when I had actually finished my final math class, and I remember going to lunch and telling all my friends like, I finished, I am done with school. And I went around giving my friends hugs, and for all the friends who I knew that were graduating alongside me, I just told them that I would see them at graduation, and I went home, and I remember that day was pretty fun as well. The moment I got home, I actually went to, I remember the moment I got home from school, I actually rode my bike over to Taco Bell, got something to eat, and brought the food back home and actually started streaming. And I remember before I started streaming, I created a really, really bad thumbnail. It was super, super cringy, and it was like this galaxy background with Reggie and a skull emoji, and it said in some generic font or whatever, I graduated high school and finished with school, a celebration stream, and it was pretty dumb. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I made that thumbnail in not even 5 minutes. Because I was in a hurry. I really wanted to start streaming, and that stream, honestly, I think that was one of my more successful streams. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember, but you know, I was streaming for, I don't remember how long I was streaming for, and I remember it was actually really funny because there were a few people from my class who were actually in the stream watching it during school, in class they were watching my stream, and I'm just like, okay, this is weird, but let me just enjoy my Taco Bell and talk to you guys. I don't remember I don't think I played any games on stream or really did anything too productive. I just talked to you guys for a good little bit, and that was that. But I honestly kind of miss that, to be honest. I had so much fun around that time. Finishing school was such a great feeling. That was probably one of, if not the most memorable parts of 2018. And I wish I could go back and honestly experience that again because it was really fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. But fast forward to, I believe, May 23rd, 2018. I officially graduated from high school. The graduation ceremony was held later that evening. I remember I had to go to graduation practice just so we wouldn't really screw up while going to get our diploma. Literally, it wasn't even our official diploma. Keep in mind, I still have not received my actual diploma yet. All they handed us at the graduation ceremony was this holder. It was pretty much just a holder for your diploma, and I still haven't received mine yet. Now, I remember our graduation ceremony was actually held at a different school rather than the school I went to, because it was held because I didn't go to a traditional school, because everything was pretty much online there. So the graduation ceremony was actually held at my home school, so that was fun. And I remember outside of the auditorium where the actual graduation ceremony was held, I remember checking my phone and getting a notification from Twitter that a new episode of My Virtual Escape was now available on Storyfire, and I was internally screaming of and I remember I was internally screaming because I wanted to get home so bad to watch it. That was a great night. I remember when I got home from graduation, I don't even think I immediately watched the episode because I was so tired. I was tired out of my mind because I had a very long and busy day, and yeah, but eventually I watched it, and I just wanted, it's kind of understandable. I just wanted to sort of sit back and relax for a bit, and sure, it can be pretty relaxing to just sit back and watch the My Virtual Escape and see some people's heads being blown off. Well, in the case of this episode, someone's head being squished by a foot. But yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun that night. And for about 2 to 3 weeks later, that was when we went to Los Angeles, California for E3 2018. And oh boy, that was such a fun experience. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my E3 vlogs that I filmed while we were there, go ahead and do so. They're not, well, I mean, aside from the first vlog that I did, which is like over 30 minutes, the vlogs normally aren't too long. There's about 4 of them, one being 30 minutes and the other's not even really going up to 10 minutes. I think maybe one other went over 10 minutes. I don't even remember. It was quite a while ago, and I don't even have my channel pulled up as of right now to be able to check that. But yeah, E3 was such a fun experience. I really cannot wait to go next year. We already have a plan of going to E3 2019. Hopefully everything goes through and we are able to successfully go next year. But I honestly can't wait to go. I just love California in general, although I would not ever live there because, you know, especially with the traffic and the prices of some things, you know, with the whole drought going on in California right now, it's really hard to, well, not hard, but it's just really pricey to afford things like water there because I remember when we went to, before we actually, and now I remember before we actually went to California, I had bought this 36 pack of water, and that thing, and I remember that thing was like maybe $3 to $4. In California, I remember the same amount of water was like $5 to $6, and I'm just like, whoa! Like as much as I really like California, I would never live there really, especially because you know I like living closer to family. So, and although I'm not moved out or anything like. And you know, although you know I'm still living at home, when I do eventually move out, which hopefully won't be too far away from now, but you know, I still would much rather just live closer to family. You know, I really don't want to have to take a trip out to Arizona just to visit my family. You know. Now, aside from E3, and guys, go ahead and watch those E3 vlogs because although they're not the most professional things in the world, they were still a lot of fun. Hopefully, when I do vlog next year's E3, if we do for sure go, which we're still planning things out and everything, but if we do go, hopefully my vlogs for next year are much more professional than they were this year. But yeah, aside from that, fast forward to July, I believe July 30th, I actually live streamed myself reaching 400 subscribers. We played some Paladins on the Nintendo Switch, and I did reach 400 subscribers that night, and you know, it was a lot of fun. Which, again, thank you all so much for getting the channel as far as it currently is, and although we're still very small, and, you know, no one really knows who I am, which hopefully that will change in the future, because, you know, the thing I strive most for when it comes to this channel is just making people happy. Honestly, if I do eventually start making money on YouTube, honestly, I could give that all up if it were to just... Honestly, that's not even the reason why I do this thing. I could go my entire life making YouTube videos without making money. Sure, I would have like an alternative job, but you know, that's my #1 goal, is making people happy, and it always will be like that. But yeah, so after July, August, I don't really think, well, something did happen in August. So that was, well, it was about a month after my Virtualscape had ended, where we made the final decision, because my friend Carlo, who you guys have seen quite a few times, before, he had never seen my Virtualscape, and so I did actually show it to him, and he loved it. And after that, we actually decided to go, and we decided this before. Now, we decided to do this before he had finished the show, but we decided to go back to California for the My Virtualscape live show. So, and after we had finished the show, he loved it. First of all, like, he absolutely loved it. I'm not sure if it was after he had finished it or before he had. I'm not sure if it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not quite sure if it was before he had finished it or after he had finished it. But I think it was after he finished My Virtual Escape, where we actually bought tickets to the My Virtual Escape live show, which was going to be held on October 21st. So yeah, we bought tickets, and September. Nothing really happened in September. Not that I'm aware of, at least. Um, if there was something that happened, I'm unaware of it, or just like too tired. Like literally, it's past 2 a.m. right now. I should be asleep, but instead I am tired out of my mind filming this for you guys. But yeah, so not really quite sure if anything substantial happened in September, but October, a lot happened in October. Now, the very first thing that happened in October was on October 5th, 2018, this channel reached 1,000 subscribers. And that was honestly probably, I don't even know. And that was honestly like one of the biggest moments of the year, from just a channel's perspective. Like, this year has been, in terms of the channel, this year has been just absolute. In terms of the channel, this year has just been absolutely phenomenal, and I thank you all so much for that. But yeah, on October 5th, 2018, this channel hit 1,000 subscribers. Now, October 14th was also a pretty big day, as this channel had hit its 1-year anniversary, in terms of me actually releasing content on this channel, because, like I remember, I created this channel on June 18th, 2016. However, in terms of me actually uploading content to this channel, October 14th, 2017 was when I released my very first video, which was a video of both Carlo and I going to Best Buy, where I actually got to play Super Mario Odyssey for the first time. And I remember we actually went to Best Buy with the intention of pre-ordering the game, because I had thought about pre-ordering it from GameStop, but I saw what you got with pre-ordering it when pre-ordering it from Best Buy. You got not only the poster, which I believe you got that poster from GameStop as well. I know you got some type of poster. I'm not sure if it was I'm not sure if it was the exact same one, but I do know you got a poster with it. But you also got a coin, which I don't think you got when pre-ordering the game from GameStop. So, but yeah, we were just there, and they had a demo for Super Mario Odyssey, and I'm just like, yo, hey Carlo, pull out your phone, let's play. film me playing the game. Let's do it. And he's just like, okay. And that's pretty much how this channel started in terms of me creating content. And after I had uploaded that video, I went from like 2 subscribers to like 25, and then 50, and then it just kept going higher and higher. And sure, I did try uploading content shortly after that, but none reached even close to the amount of views or likes that the Super Mario Odyssey video did. But yeah. Now let's move on to October 21st. Now this was probably one of the last like major things that happened to me this year, and that was when both Carlo and I took another trip to California, this time Irvine, California, for the My Virtual Escape live show, where I got to meet the man himself, Jesse Ridgway, also known as Nick Juggernights, which, for those of you who didn't already know, he is my favorite YouTuber of all time. He's also my biggest role model of all time. You know, I've been watching his content since, I believe, 2014, and I've been watching his content ever since. I've seen pretty much all of his videos, almost all of his series. And honestly, he's such a person to be around. Like, just meeting him in person was just, it was awesome, and it made 2018 like 10 times better. Like, 2018, now here in a bit, I'll give you all my full thoughts on 2018 as a whole, but let's go back a little bit. Let's talk, like, let's build things up a bit. So this year alone, in fact, there's a few things that happened early in the year that I forgot to mention. For example, in January, I went to Ace Comic Con, had a lot of fun. In May, I went to Phoenix Comic Con, which they had renamed to Phoenix Comic Fest. In fact, I'm pretty sure they actually renamed it yet again for next year, which, okay, do as you please. I don't know. So yeah, who would have thought in the same year I would have been able to go to 2 Comic-Cons, graduate from high school, go to E3, a convention that I've wanted to go to for several years, grow this channel to the point where I am now over 1,000 subscribers, meet my favorite YouTuber who also happens to be my biggest role model. Who would have thought all of this would have happened in the same year? We went to California twice in the same year. And keep in mind, these are people who just got out of high school. Sure, Carlo got out of high school back in December of last year. But as for me, I had just gotten out of high school. Like, and the fact that I'm doing all this crazy stuff, it's unbelievable. And again, it was very surreal to me. And again, it's very surreal to me that all of this was able to happen in the span of 12 months. Not even 12 months, like a lot of this happened like one after another. Like, I graduated, I went to E3, all that stuff kind of happened close together, and then the latter half of the year, a bunch of stuff happened around the same time. It just, I don't know what to say. I don't know really how to express myself, But I want to thank you all so much. You guys have made this year worth it, because in terms of my actual personal life, 2018 wasn't the greatest. And I know I just listed off a bunch of insane things that happened to me this year, but I'm gonna let you guys in on some things. 2018, I would consider to be probably one of my lesser favorite years in terms of what, but 2018 I would consider. But when it comes to 2018, I would consider it to be one of my least favorite years in terms of my personal life, as this year there were multiple accounts of me being severely depressed. I was very unmotivated for quite a long time. Like, you guys, this is literally the first normal video that I have released, that I have uploaded since October. And, I want to get better, and I plan on getting better. And, I'll explain a lot more in detail about how I want to improve myself, especially when it comes to the channel. Now, I do actually have a channel update video going up within the next few days that will go into detail on what my plans are for 2019. However, I will let you all know one of the things that I do plan on talking about in that video, and that is that I would like to start being more active when it comes to creating content. Not just live streams, but actual original content in the form of normal video uploads. I have a lot of ideas. However, I really haven't been able to show my true potential as of late because, again, I've been severely depressed, unmotivated. Now, you guys are the only reason why I keep doing this. You guys motivate me enough to the point where I even decided to make this video. Like, honestly, at some point, I didn't even want to turn on the camera and start recording. I just wanted to give up. But then I thought about you guys, and that's my #1 goal, is making people happy. And honestly, I hope I was able to make that happen this year. I really hope that I made you guys a lot happier. I hope I brighten up your day. Now, I really hope for any of you who watch my content who also happen to be going through depression and all that stuff, I really hope that I was able to, make you guys feel a sense of joy, because because, you know, when it comes to me personally, you guys are the #1 reason that I keep creating content. Because, like, not only do I enjoy it, for the most part, but I just love every single one of you so much. And I can't wait to see where we go in 2019. But anyway, guys, I just want to thank you all so much for watching. Now, as for what I thought of 2018 itself, it wasn't the worst year, but it certainly wasn't the best. In terms of the actual amount of stuff that I got done this year, it was phenomenal. I loved every second of it. However, as for some of the more dark times of my own personal life, it could have been a lot better. However, again, I feel like I keep saying it, it's because of you guys that I keep wanting to make content and make you all happy. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, guys, I've been Zelda Inferno, and I'll see you later.